And we are on week 4 of Icewind Dale, Rime of the FROSTMAIDEN. Last week we saw our characters in the town of Goodmead as they went and helped to save the town's mead business, I guess you could say. Uh, Traveled out to an area and took on some batty creatures. They almost might have met their end, but they rallied together and were able to uh, defeat the creature. They had just gotten back into town and were informing the townspeople of what was going on. And that's where we leave off. So we have Amanda playing Ursha, Connor playing Kikri, Jesse playing Korgash, Benito playing Merrick, and Mark has decided to go in a different direction and is playing Dagnall.
We need heals.
Yay, heals!
Yeah.
Yay.
And I got more hit points now.
Yay!
Okay.
When you're a barbarian, you get more hit points. You get more hit points.
I'm in the 30s now. I mean, low 30s, but 30s.
I'm in the 30s, and when I rage, I get that half damage thing going on. That starts getting deadly.
Okay, if you recall on the last game, or the last game session, I should say, Connor, Kikri, was approached by, what was her name? Let's see. Alavesa. Untapor, to potentially take on the role of the town speaker, but he did turn it down indeed.
I want to be a town speaker, but we can't stay in one town all the time.
All right. So, what are you guys doing today? I know you were on your way to Dugan's Hole to potentially see if that cauldron of plenty you had could be useful in feeding the town.
Well, we did have to finish off the day here. I think get a long rest, and we were pretty beat. Unless we just automatically get our stuff back when we leveled.
You do get it back when you level, Jess.
What's up?
Okay. Or hit points and all that. When's the election going to be anyway in this town?
Let's see. Looks like 2 days.
That's not enough time to come back and maybe rock the boat here. Because you know some doofus is going to get in office here that we're going to have to take care of later. We've already been warned.
Well, I know that you think that maybe I'm taking a leadership position is positive, but really the speakers, it's just a ceremonial position, and what ends up happening a lot is you get burdened down with paperwork, and you have to go and visit other people and rub elbows, and it's a terrible experience.
That does not sound like a good time.
It's the life of a bureaucrat, and it's not like you really lead them. You just speak for the town.
Huh. Just would be like to be involved in the protection of the towns, but there's not really much to do about that at this point.
Meeting with people and filling out paperwork is a terrible way to protect something.
Yeah. Yep. Sounds like it.
I mean, you do you.
No. I'm here more single purposed. I just want to lift whatever curses fall upon this land. So, but let's see. At this point, should we?
Head to Dugan's Hole.
Yeah.
We want them to try to convince you to take that job again that none of them are willing to take.
No.
I mean, if it was that great a job, they wouldn't be asking you to.
Yeah, I agree.
Especially somebody they just met.
Hey, you look stupid enough to take this job. Why don't you take it?
No. I am no leader.
Well, I wasn't talking about you, Orc. I was really just talking about anybody I see.
Man, got some coughs going. Excuse me, guys. Sorry.
Suck on it.
All right, so you're going to head on to Dugan's Hole now?
Yeah. I think was our plan in the start.
Yeah, if we're at full power again.
But we totally had to come here because Kikri told us it was magical.
Oh, bees are magic. Booze is magic. But it's a stop on the way, and
it was warm.
Warm up.
Well, not to mention we also scored some good points with this town. It can't hurt to get on the good side of these towns.
Okay. So, our characters are going to be approaching Dugan's Hole then, I guess, if you guys are leaving. Mind you, I believe it's about a 4... Let me see.
Before we leave, Kargash would decide to take his weapon training to a different level, and he will turn in his 2 long swords and trade them in for a great axe.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I would have also been doing some inner searching. I probably should have stayed the night in general because we were all on the point of exhaustion.
Yeah, you guys do need to discuss how you're going to meet up with Dagnall as well.
Well, I'm sure there's a tavern.
Yes, there's the Mead Hall.
I mean, we already know the meat is good.
Yeah, there is the tavern. This is the best tavern in all of 10 towns.
Because they make the mead.
They have the bees that make the mead.
Anything else interesting about this town?
Let's see.
I mean, are these all like just folk buildings, or are there any shops or anything of that nature?
What is in Good Mead? There's the Shrine of the Flaming Sword, which was right by the town hall. And yeah, that's about it. Mead Hall and Flame of the Shrine of the Flaming Sword are the only 2 really places of note in town.
Shrine of the Flaming Sword is for what god?
Tempest.
Hmm. Can I make a sidetrack into there?
You certainly can.
I'll believe the tithing of a gold piece because even though he's not my primary god, Tempest has looked over me, especially after last battle.
Okay.
So I feel I should give some to this church. And
All right.
who runs this church?
Okay. This vacant building stands on the lake shore and has a crow-haunted steeple protruding from its peak. Unlike the Mead Hall, which is well cared for, the shrine's painted icons of the god of war wielding a flaming sword are chipped and faded. Its spacious interior stands mostly empty except for a long table on which rests a body covered with a blanket. The body is that of Speaker Kendrick Reiselbarrow, a giant man in his 40s. He died from 3 stab wounds to the chest. The shrine was built over a century ago when the town's rivalry with Dugan's Hole raged so fiercely that the lake, a frequent battlefield, became known as Redwaters. For a time thereafter, nearly all residents of Goodmead paid homage to Tempest. Today, the shrine's relevance has dwindled to the point where it's mainly just used for town's gatherings.
Okay, so I guess it doesn't need my gold piece.
Well, it probably could use it. I mean, it's in
I mean, is there like a tithing kind of?
Sure.
Okay, well, I'll make sure to donate to it. And,
Okay.
Yeah. Kinda creepy.
Yeah, kind of creepy. If you recall, that's the town speaker who was killed by the Vierbig, that you guys slayed.
I can't think. Didn't bring anything back worthwhile set by him.
We brought its head, didn't we? So we could prove it was dead.
Yeah, but, I don't really.
Actually, I don't think you guys did bring its head because recall, his
Oh yeah, we got interrupted.
his lady friend showed up.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys want to head on into the Mead Hall?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, so you head on into the Mead Hall. You're greeted very warmly by the citizens of the town. Because, yeah, you slayed the Verbeeg.
They killed their guy.
Yes, 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 indeed. All right.
This is such a well-to-do town. I'm surprised I couldn't snag a cleric to bring this man back.
Really? A well-to-do town?
Well, it's as well-to-do as any town.
Yeah, they normally have more money because they have the booze.
Yeah, I would think this is a well-to-do town. I would assume. I mean, if I was going to pick a place, this is the nicest looking fucking village I've seen so far in this ice hell.
All right, what you doing in the Mead Hall?
What does anyone do in a mead hall?
Drink mead?
Well, people that have saved the town, they let people buy mead for them.
Oh, okay. You might find 1 or 2 townsfolk that'll buy you a glass of honey mead.
Korgash will, of course, look for a spot in the back to where he can see all the entrances and exits.
Okay. Well, I'd put you guys on a map, but they didn't give me a map of the Mead Hall, so
You're
use
just
your
gonna have to start making them yourself.
imagination.
Imagination.
I think we'll be okay.
All right. Yeah, so you head on in, you have a few drinks.
Hopefully get something to eat.
Quite possibly get something to eat, yes.
Considering I almost died.
A little late for your last meal, isn't it?
Yeah, I think I did things in reverse.
Hmm.
I was kind of hoping to find a place to buy a healing potion, but yeah, it doesn't look like the church is up and running. That was my only healing potion, so yeah, pretty screwed now. If I
Maybe
go
they know
down,
somebody.
we know somebody.
I said maybe they know somebody.
Yeah, maybe somebody here does. Hey, what about that kindly old woman that wanted us to be a speaker or whatever? Maybe she knows somebody. I'll
Um,
ask her.
you'll ask her.
Yeah, if there's anybody selling healing potions around here.
You want to? I'm sorry. You said you wanted to buy what?
Healing potion.
Oh, yeah, you can find someone.
Okay. And I am poor again. I only got paid for 1 gig so far. So horrible. We need a manager.
Or, better yet, don't die.
I would have came through it all right. I didn't need the healing potion.
So you say. And yet, you are still on the ground.
Oh, I bleed a lot. You've seen me bleed a lot. I'm always bleeding. If I ain't bleeding, I ain't trying. I'm the Ric Flair of this game.
Really?
You cut your forehead?
Yeah, I bleed everywhere. That's how I rage. I carry a razor blade and I'm just like, shh, ah! I do have blonde hair. That could work. Maybe every time I crit, I could woo.
Woo.
Wow.
Woo. Woo, woo, woo.
All right. Dagnall, are you in the Mead Hall?
Of course, that's where a dwarf would go.
Stands to reason. So you guys see, by my standards, an unusual looking dwarf sitting at a table in the Mead Hall. Red hair, shaved on the sides, right?
Yeah, she has fiery, blondish, strawberry blonde hair. It's on the right side of her head, it's shaved. So the hair starts at the part and moves to the left. She has some of it braided. She's not your typical looking female dwarf. She's rather slimmer, but very muscular. And she's wearing ringmail armor that's very intricately designed. And she seems to be holding she has some piercings on her ears. And she seems to be holding a mug of mead.
Oh, cool. But when I designed my halfling up, I put piercings on them too. So she's just sitting there all alone.
Yeah, she's sitting there. She probably has some parchment out. It looks like she's sketching something.
Probably could have used her earlier. She actually looks like she's ready for combat. Said no guards die. send us out to try to kill us. Perfectly good person here to help us look at this person.
Maybe she should be speaker.
Maybe. I'll sit down with my current mead across from. Since she's low and heck, yeah, it's full table, right? Sit down across from her and be like, "Want to buy a hero of mead? Take a drink."
When you show me a hero,
Oh, we all just went out and took care of the beast that killed the former speaker of this village.
Wow.
oh, she kind of perks up, and you'll see her eyes come up off the parchment that seems to be drawing diligently, and she looks at you and she says, "Oh, you're an adventurer."
Yes, I am. But more than an adventurer, I'm a protector.
She waves over for the waitress to for more drinks.
Okay. The barkeep will bring a round to the table.
She introduces herself as Dagnall Brawn Anvil. She has recently come here, and she is actually seeking work.
Brawn Anvil, do you make armor? Your armor is beautifully made. Did you make that?
Yes, I did, and yes, I am a forger.
Huh. Interesting. Unfortunately, I don't have much use for armors, but I'm sure my friends would be willing to hire you out. Is that the work you were looking for?
No, actually, I am seeking work to make money. I've been working as a mercenary.
Huh. I kind of do in a way too, but I don't see it that way. I'm more of a, like I said, I feel more like a protector than a mercenary. I won't work for just anybody. But, I'm sorry, where are my manners? This is, Ishra, and you'll notice he points over to a elf. You're kind of on the shorter side, aren't you? Or are you taller?
I am 4'6".
No, I mean Ishra.
Oh,
Oh, I'm taller.
Yeah, taller moon elf, I believe.
Yep.
And then I'll say this is Kikri. And this is Korgash. And I'll point out to what you would probably guess would be a half orc, but looks more orc than half orc.
Yes. He's a big half orc.
And everybody, this is Dagnall. She's an armorer, I guess, and a mercenary.
well, I'm also a cleric of Thramercool.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, I don't know how I could have missed that. That would be something we could greatly have use of.
Pop quiz. You're sneaking through cave. You see only one target. Do you call it out loudly, or do you continue to sneak?
Considering that I wear armor, a shield.
Well, sneak
I don't
as best
sneak.
as you can. You don't just call out loudly, "Hey, it's that guy." like our last companion did.
Yeah, that companion damn near got us killed.
Oh,
And how well I get paid.
I like the way she thinks, y'all.
Well, that's one vote that we'd like you to come along.
You're hired.
When somebody works for money, their outcomes are very predictable.
So what you're saying is somebody offers to pay you more money than us, that you'll kill us?
No.
I do have honor.
No, I was talking to Keith.
And a penis.
Wait a minute, she does? Hang on.
I'm sorry.
No, it's an anime. It's a line from an anime. Be a man, you must have honor and a penis.
Oh dear. Must have missed that one.
It was, I don't know, Ben got us watching it.
Yeah.
No, I what I'm saying is if you pay somebody, then you know what to expect. They're there for the money. You continue to pay them, they do the job. That's how it works.
That's why Kikri's still here.
Oh yeah, and you haven't proven to me that you can go off on your own yet.
Well, I mean, look what we have to work with.
Yeah, I mean, it's really hard carrying these guys, especially the orc. He's heavy.
He does the carrying.
All things considered, though, and I'm not going to lie, I'm pretty impressed with how well you did against that giant.
We have our moments. By the way, thanks for saving my my patootie back there.
It's what I'm getting paid for, remember? And I'll wink one of my avian eyes.
Ooh, yeah. Kikri's there, and Dagnall has an axe beak. That's funny. Sorry.
Oh no, is it going to be a bird fight?
Or he's going to be in love.
Yeah, oh no. He's going to romance your bird.
If I really wanted to romance somebody, I would have stayed at home.
That's true, there's not a whole lot of options for halflings out here either.
There are lots of halflings out here. You're just not in the right town yet.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, I haven't seen a whole lot of them.
Forward to?
I'm sorry, what?
More halflings? That's what we have to look forward to? Is that what's in Dugan's Hole?
No halflings in Dugan's Hole. You're okay.
You're okay? What do you mean? Halflings are good folk. Have I ever steered you guys wrong?
I don't know yet. Give me a few more days to answer that question.
Yeah, we haven't gotten to where you're steering us yet.
Is her character blind? I just need to know.
What?
Says your character blonde, I just feel the need to know.
No.
Okay.
No, it's usually our cons.
In my clan, we have yearly gnome hunting competitions.
You shouldn't do... Well, you know what? The actual interesting part about that is, gnomes probably could come up with flying devices, so if you punt them, they probably could sail further. They're
I
pretty
objected. That's one of the reasons I was exiled.
You objected to punting gnomes?
Yes.
Good, then perhaps you'll never punt me.
It was inhumane.
Unless you need to be punted to get somewhere faster. I mean...
Well, wait, is a gnome a human?
They're short like you.
Well,
If you ever need me to throw you, I will do so, but you must ask. I will not throw you without consent.
I'll tell you what, that might happen these days. That is a distinct possibility.
Halfling tossing.
Yeah.
The war chief called it fastball special.
Yeah, I don't weigh that much. You probably could chuck me pretty far. Well, anyway.
We should practice.
Oh my.
Maybe in a big snowy area. I might be
Yes, of course.
be able to try that. I gotta stick my superhero landing.
I would not want to inadvertently hurt you. We are friends.
Yeah, I'm pretty good on my feet. I think I'd be all right. Well, Dagnall, feel like heading out with us after we take a short break? We need rest.
What is it that you're doing?
We are going to Dugan Hall. Was that the name of the place?
Dugan's Hall. Like it belonged to Dugan. It's Dugan's place.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, we're going there. I don't know if I can tell you why, but you'll see soon when we get there. It's nothing dangerous. It's actually something quite noble.
And when are we leaving?
Tomorrow. In about 8 hours. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, welcome to the shit show.
That's the way to inspire somebody.
Hey, never said I was inspiring.
B team.
To be honest,
Rah, rah, rah. That's how we shall forever know ourselves. We are not even the B team, we're the C.
You're the C.
C team. Like if the first two teams that are trying to solve this die will be the third team.
Ah.
That's positive.
No, actually, it's thinking ahead, because if I die, then I'll make
kill that
characters.
thing before we did.
What's that?
I said they already sent other teams to kill that Verbig before us, and we were the only ones that could accomplish it.
Yeah, but those were people that just lived here in Magic B Town. They probably weren't that tough. I don't know.
They sent others before us. Oh, here, look, there's people that wandered in. Let them kill things so that if they get killed, it's not any more of our people.
Yeah, well, we do come across as competent. Let's face it. As much as we try to look incompetent, we're competent. Ish. Like take Kikri here. He knows where we're going.
Well, yeah, but I lived here, so I mean, if I didn't know where I was going, that'd be, I wouldn't be worth buying. That's for sure.
Yeah, see, that's enough. That's enough for our whole team right there. That level of competence that covers the whole squad.
All right. So you guys have met Dagnall. You're going to rest for the evening, meet up, and take off in the morning?
Yes.
Okay. You guys have the townsfolk put you up in the hall at no charge. And
I'm a folk hero. I could have done that. Anywho, you.
the townsfolk put you up at no charge. And yeah, morning comes.
Does it really? Isn't it always night? Kinda.
Yes, it is always night, but morning does arrive in the form of a slightly lightened sky.
All right.
And it's time for you guys to head out. Everybody have everything they need before you leave Goodmead.
Well,
Anybody who would, if you guys would keep an eye on Korgash, you'll notice that he bought like an empty book, like the previous day.
What is he writing more? Oh, hey, can I get some spices and such? I have cooking utensils. I might as well have spice. Or does that come with utensils?
It does not come with utensils, but spices are quite expensive. I mean, unless you just want the basic salt and pepper stuff.
No, yeah, don't worry about it.
Alright. Okay, so morning comes, you meet up with Dagnall, and you head out for Dugan's Hole. This is about a 4-hour journey. I'm assuming you've all donned your or donned your snowshoes
With crampons.
with
You see-
crampons.
You see Dagnall riding. She mounts a large, what appears to be a chicken, a very large chicken with an axe beak.
Okay.
Interesting.
Huh.
Have we seen one of these yet?
No, I don't
No.
think so.
Interesting chicken beak thing. What's its name?
Bucky.
Ah, it's a male, I assume.
I honestly haven't checked.
Oh, well, I figured you named it. It sounded like a male name to me, but huh. Nice to meet you, Bucky. I probably can just barely reach on one of its legs and pet it.
It might eat you.
All right.
Oh, I don't think so. I'm pretty dodgy.
So this is about a 6-mile long trek. It is quite covered in snow as well. Just so you're aware. So you guys get trekking along the road. Kikri leading the party, as always. And you get to the outskirts of Dugan's Hole. And actually, you're probably more up here. Coming into town. Let's get you guys up there.
High level one.
And as you're starting to come into town, everybody go ahead and make an insight check for me.
We also have a tracker for this type of terrain.
Right, which he gets advantage on his check.
Yeah.
I love how my crit is a 19.
Wow.
All right. I say insight, but that works. So, as you're coming to town, you are approached by a winter wolf, who is limping as he walks up to you. He is kind of tucked in on himself, whimpering, just kind of just downtrodden.
What kind of wolf is this?
A winter wolf.
So it's huge. It's like the size of a horse.
Yes, it's big.
Don't they talk too?
They do. They do.
Not that Corey guy
indeed.
should know that.
They do indeed. So bless you.
Oh, thank you. Sorry.
All right. So this winter wolf comes up to you limping and tail tucked between his legs and all kind of fearful almost, but not totally fearful. And whimpers to you. Can you help me, please? In common.
Oh.
The wolf
What
is
do you
talking.
need?
How is this wolf
Also,
talking?
Who cares? Needs
It's
help.
It needs help. Our friend is the protector.
Guys, this is a winter wolf.
Is that
Yeah.
a bad thing?
Well, they're not. They're known for being really mean.
Oh, I'll take my shield off my back and I'll walk towards it.
I'm not mean. I'm hurt. I need help.
Can we visibly see if it's hurt or not?
Well, you saw that when it approached you, it was limping.
But does it have a gaping wound or could it be fake?
Yeah, something we can.
You do not see a gaping wound. Go ahead and roll an insight check to see if
Oh dear.
You don't look hurt.
He's totally hurt.
This thing doesn't feel so good.
Guys, the poor thing.
Alright. Kikri, are you going to roll insight as well, or are you just watching?
I'm gonna watch, but I automatically don't trust, regardless of whatever that role is. I'm just not even gonna bother. I'm not gonna trust her.
Okay. It's actually a him.
Trust him.
It's a him.
So, I'm going to look at your wound now. If you try to eat me, I will kill you.
There's no time for you to look at my wound. There's a frost giant. Gargi. He kidnapped some townsfolk, and he's got them prisoner in the lodge. And I just came to town to have somebody come help them. Gargi's been kicking me, and he's so mean, and he just if we get the townsfolk out, then maybe that I can get back at Gargi for kicking me.
What kind of giant is he?
He's a frost giant.
The frost giants are no laughing matter. You thought that Verbeeg was bad?
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm like, what's up with all the giants? Come on.
Well, I mean, giants are pretty common up here.
Yeah, I know. Just I've seen more giants than halflings.
Me too.
How often does the frost giant watch his prisoners?
I'm gonna. Oh, sorry.
Is there a time he leaves them alone?
Well, I mean, he has to sleep. I can take you back to his cave, and we can get him out.
No.
Wait, there's only one giant. You're sure of this? Doesn't have a wife or anything.
No, it's just Gargi, and he's so mean to me. He kicks me when he gets mad, and sometimes he tries to bop me on the head with his fist, and it's not good.
Why do you stay with him?
Because I have to.
Why?
Why?
Is he smart?
No, he makes me stay.
How? He sleeps. You can run away.
He'll find me and track me down. I tried to run away once, and he dragged me back by my tail.
The big glacier.
And let me see your leg.
No, we gotta go. We gotta
Let me see your
save him.
leg.
We gotta save him.
Save who? I thought we were waiting for him to go back to sleep at his place anyway.
No, he took the townsfolks.
I thought you said they're in the town hall.
No, he took two townsfolks back to his cave, and he's got them trapped in a cage.
Huh. You think you could carry me on your back?
No, I can't carry you on my back. My legs hurt.
Well, let me see your leg.
Hey, Mel.
Yeah.
I'm gonna back up here, dismount, so my axe beak is away from any danger, and then I will slowly walk up. And on my way up, I'm going to touch myself, not in that way, but I will.
Woo! She's a real spark plug, that new girl.
Yeah, I will bring my hand to my chest and speak a little incantation. I will cast protection from good and evil.
Okay.
And then I will approach the wolf, and I will tell the wolf that I am a healer, and let me look at your paw so that I can assist you.
All right. Let's see. Give me 1 second. Let's see.
So for the next 10 minutes, one willing creature, and I am going to say creatures. They'll have disadvantage on attack rolls against me. I can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them.
Yeah.
10 minutes.
Yep.
And it's concentration.
Yeah.
And I will try to assess the wolf's injury.
The thing
Quote,
is,
quote.
the wolf isn't like an aberration or anything, or a celestial, or elemental, or a fiend, or undead, or anything else.
Well, it's creature. Is a winter wolf a creature? Like, that would be an animal.
Yeah, I guess
A
it
bear.
is.
It would also be a person, because we're considered creatures. Is that correct there, Connor?
Okay, so you're asking if the spell protection from evil and good works
Would
on
work on the winter wolf.
No, it doesn't, because it's a creature that has to belong to very specific types.
I thought so,
Okay.
yeah. Okay.
Like the werewolf would be incapable of mind controlling you.
Right.
True that. All right. So you go up to look at its leg. It lets you. It whimpers when you touch its leg. Oh, I didn't mean to do that, but okay. Yeah, it whimpers when you touch its leg and everything.
All right. So I don't see any visible wound.
Nope.
So I'll just use medicine and I'll take a bandage out and wrap it.
Okay.
I rolled an 8, so not very good.
All right. You sloppily wrap his leg, but you wrap it nonetheless. Okay.
And I'll just move back slowly.
Thank you. That'll help, but we should go. We should go and save them.
We should stop in town first.
Yeah, we probably should.
Not that I'm super smart about this stuff, but the less things we're carrying with us.
Well, do we want to have Kikri and Irsha go into the town and see if they can get information real quick, and then Korgash, Merrick, and I will stay here with the wolf? I think that a winter wolf walking into the city would not be good.
Yeah, I would have to agree with that.
They said the winter wolf was from the city, didn't they?
I said it was going through the city.
as you guys are sitting talking, another winter wolf bounds out from behind some trees where he was hidden and starts growling at you. And
I growl back.
he's burying his fangs at you, and he's like, "You need to go to the lodge now. If you don't go, I will eat you."
Oh boy.
That sounds like a threat. Are you threatening me?
I don't taste very good.
You don't want me. I'm
No,
all skin and
no,
bones.
he hurt my brother, and we have to pay him back for it. We have to pay him back for it. He'll think twice before he hurts one of us again.
There's two of you and one of him.
Why don't you just leave?
He
There's
is a
two of you.
giant.
You're a wolf. A giant
Giant wolf.
You look me in the eyeballs. Why don't you just eat him while he sleeps?
Everybody go ahead and roll an insight check.
I still don't trust them. I'm not even going to bother rolling.
Player knows that these things are skeevy. Kodiak thinks they're trustworthy.
Alright,
It's a pretty good idea what's going on.
well, this time you guys, Merrick and Dagnall, you guys get the, you definitely can tell that this wolf is lying, and seems to be, trying to lead you to the lodge. And you also happen to notice that the injured wolf now seems to be limping on the other side.
Oh, jeez.
See, this is why I don't even bother to roll, guys.
Well, it looks like we're going to have a problem. Because you want to eat me, and I'm going to have to kill you before you do it.
I'm not trying to eat you. I'm really not trying to eat you. And you notice they kind of, he doesn't growl at you so menacingly. He's like, no, it's just, it's so cold in that lodge. Says the one who, is injured. And the other one's like, well, they won't suffer much longer. It's only a matter of time before Gargi skins them and eats them. And with that, they turn and race off across the tundra.
Okay.
The wolves are gone.
The wolves are gone.
Okay, good job. We defeated them, everybody. So here's what I think might be going on, and I could be wrong. I haven't been there in a while. If there is a giant who's holed up in that building over there and sending wolves out to try to convince people to come back so it doesn't actually have to hunt, that's a pretty smart racket.
Oh.
You know, I definitely think this thing will feed this town now, though.
I don't. It just seems odd. The people doing Pole wouldn't suffer a frost giant to live among them and eat people.
Perhaps we'll find more answers inside the town.
I think that's a good idea.
I second that.
Alright, so you head into the town?
As close to the front as they'll allow me. As long as I'm not screwing up anybody's tracking abilities or any other abilities.
Okie dokie. So you head on into the town. Let's see.
Whatever this is looks interesting.
All right. You want to head on over that way then? Okay.
Well, I do.
All right.
Probably come right through this way.
Okay. The town is a small cluster of dwellings perched on the edge of the Redwaters that is too small to support any industry, not even Scrimshaw. Ice has buckled the shorter of the two piers, rendering the docks unsafe. The longer pier has two ice-bound keelboats tethered to it, though they're immobile because Ariel's winter has frozen the surface of the lake for hundreds of years around them. Local fishers have hauled their smaller boats onto the shore and resorted to cutting holes in the ice to catch knucklehead trout, which they depend on for survival. There is a lot of dark humanoid shapes out on the ice, remaining silent and still as the wind howls around them.
That doesn't sound good. Maybe we should look at that first.
Okay.
I mean, best case scenario, fisherman. Worst case scenario, something that wants to kill us. Yeah. Something else that'll want us dead.
Okay, let's see. Alright. So go ahead and put your place markers where you're heading.
Is this the area you were talking about?
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
Is there any like townsfolk around this area?
Yes, there are townsfolk out and about. Everybody make a perception check for me. Okay. Korgash and Arsha. The townsfolk that you guys are passing, you notice they don't quite look like a normal human. They actually, one might have ears that are a bit misshapen. Another one that smiles at you could have pointy teeth. You might see some with eyes that are slightly off kilter. Small facial, physical deformities. Nothing super huge, like they're not missing limbs or anything like that, but maybe an extra finger here or there, or
They kind of look like the kid from Deliverance on the banjo.
I don't know what, I never seen.
They look like they're inbred.
That's what I was getting at.
Well, I mean, if you guys know what inbred looks like at your level of adventuring, but you probably don't. But I mean, outside a game, yeah, they look pretty inbred.
I'll kind of whisper to Kikri and ask him if this is normal. Not that he knows it, but
Yes.
yeah. Yes?
Yeah, that's pretty normal.
Oh.
What's the population in this town?
50 people.
Uh-huh.
I'll
Didn't
approach
get out
one.
much.
I'll approach one of them and ask if it. What are those shapes out on the ice, and is it safe to walk on the ice?
Oh, those are just the fishermen, and they're they've cut holes in the ice to try to fish. The lake's so frozen over that the boats can't go out there. So they walk out there.
That's how I've been doing my fishing.
Just out of curiosity, anybody gone missing recently?
Um. You know, by thrown stones, yeah, Fairsill and her lovely brother Finn, they went missing the other day.
Really?
Another townsfolk pops up and starts talking about some wolves that are stalking the outskirts of town.
Yeah.
Says, I don't know how many of them it is, but they's big as horses.
Yes, they are.
Too.
By now there's a few amount of people around you guys. And one of them's like, they know words and they got a mighty vocabulary.
Oh boy.
I bet they own.
Do you have like a leader of this town?
Your speaker? Do you have a speaker?
Yeah. Edgar is the speaker. Them dang winterwolves say they ain't giving Syl and Finn back until the town costs up a king's ransom in food and gold. This town's barely got enough to feed its own, and there ain't no gold. And ain't no one allowed to leave town. Them wolves vow to kill anyone who tries.
Did they mention anything about a giant?
That's been going through my head for like the last 5 minutes.
I ain't heard nothing about no giant.
You
I knew
don't
those
know
holes were
nothing
full of
about no
poppycock.
giant. Ugh.
But you should go talk with Speaker Edgar. I mean she could tell you more.
Where's she at?
She's at her house where she always is. She isn't out trapping.
We're not from here, so we don't know where she lives. Could you show us which house is hers?
She's on down to that way yonder. Just in the middle of town.
You've been a big help, Korgash says sarcastically.
Well, looky here. And she points. I don't exactly know where you guys are at. You never.
Still kind of walking into town.
We were just kind of getting to this point. Yeah.
I thought you were. I thought you guys were trying to head over towards the docks more, though, weren't you?
Yeah, that's why we were coming from this side.
So.
Like side over here.
Like around where I just put Kikri.
Sure.
All right. So the lady'll take and point, and she'll be like, her house is down on yonder there, and she points to where I'm pinging.
It's actually part of the dock. Or the wood of the dock or whatever.
Yeah.
At this point, I'm just gonna be like, gonna start jogging. Because I don't want to lose track of those wolves if we do have to go after them.
Okay. Alright, so you jog on over to Edgar's house.
Yep, knock on the door.
Sure. It is open by just a human woman wearing a few furs, not over much, but
How many teeth she have?
the normal amount of teeth.
Oh, she's the smartest one here.
Yep. She's got 3 brain cells.
That means she'll be the first to die when the shit hits the fan.
Yep. On the upside, this place would be very safe from zombies. No brains to eat. Are you Edgar?
Why, yes, sir, I am Edgar. What brings you to Dugan's Hole?
Well, originally something you'd really appreciate, but now something that kind of worries us.
Well, then speak your mind.
So you got wolves hanging around.
Well, yeah, we got them winter wolves out there.
Well, see, we could kind of fix your whole famine problem, but that does us no good if you're trapped here with wolves and frost giants and whatnot.
Who said nothing about no frost giant?
Oh,
The wolves did.
you haven't heard the rumors?
People don't leave town no more. They know better. They don't go out there in them woods. They gonna get themselves dead till they go out there in them woods.
So, do you know about the frost giant?
Are you missing a couple people?
Well, Sil and Finn, they're gone, but I'm sure they're dead already. I'm sure them wolves done eat them up.
The wolves said they weren't.
Yeah, well, you can't trust nothing they say.
The wolves also say there's a frost giant.
Well, like I said, you can't trust nothing them they say. Them wolves probably just ate them up. They was hungry, same as the rest of the folks around here. But I ain't losing no more to them.
Wait, the rest of the folk eat people up because they're hungry?
No, the rest of them folks are hungry around here, but it ain't safe to go out in them woods, and I ain't losing no more people.
So that building over there, there's no giant living in there?
What building over where?
The lodge.
The lodge.
I ain't heard of no giant living in the lodge.
You mind if we go see?
Oh, well, be my guest. You can go see if you want. Ain't no skin off my teeth.
Well, alrighty then.
Her teeth have skin?
No, maybe your
That's
children,
gross.
So,
Was that all you wanted?
yeah, we were just hoping to save your town, yeah. Sorry to waste your time. Let's go to the building.
As we're walking away, Koryak's gonna mutter, maybe we should find a friendlier town for our cauldron.
I'm beginning to think so.
She wasn't mean to you per se. She was just very matter of fact and plain spoken.
Yeah, I didn't get the impression she is mean. The reason why I recommended bringing the cauldron here, the size of the town is really small. The people aren't used to niceties. People aren't nice to them. They make fun of them and insult them, and treat them like they're less than worthy just because they live in a small town. And I mean, it's just the nature of things.
Is there some kind of weird magic in their water that makes them look like that?
No, they're inbred. But, I mean, nobody can help being inbred. You're born the way you are.
I mean, I guess if cousins like cousins, it is what it is.
Well, this is a very far-flung area in the 10 towns. And so it's not like their dating options are wide open. Plus, with this long winter, it's not helping matters any. It's not safe to go from here to Goodmead. As we found out, you could be eaten by giants. And now there's winter wolves in the way, too.
All right.
But they're hungry, and these people have the least means to provide for themselves. They have the least amount of money. They have the least amount of resources. And so that cauldron could do the most good here.
Is there some place we could store the cauldron until we can teach them how to use it?
It wouldn't take them long. They're not dumb.
Yeah, how insulting, pointy ears. Way to look down on them.
And then Kikri gives everybody the bird's glare.
Is that where you cock your head?
Yeah, cock your head and look like for serious. I've been the only one not making fun of the people since we got here.
True that.
I just asked if the guy looked like he belonged in Deliverance. I didn't do that.
Yeah, they like I said, they're not used to people being nice.
Go away.
They're not very trusting of outsiders, and for good reason, because outsiders are mean to them. But they deserve to live too, and they have the least means to provide.
All right, well, let's get her back and put some water in here and tell her what to do with it, and tell her we'll be back as soon as we go check the whatchamacallit, and our stew will be ready.
Yeah, can we make sure there's no giant in there first? Because we could just be giving a cauldron to a giant. I mean, I don't believe...
Yeah, that's exactly...
No, I thought we were going to give it to her.
No, let's just keep it honest until we take care of this giant, if there's a giant at all. We don't really know. They could have been lying.
Okay.
Keep on looking it.
Okay, something I failed to mention to you guys, I apologize, this is on me. When they were talking about the lodge, when the wolves were talking about the lodge, the one who was pretending to be injured mentioned that the lodge was a half a day's walk away from Dugan's Hole. I'm sorry, I apologize. I thought I brought it up, but you guys kept singing like the lodge was in Dugan's Hole or something. But it's like a half a day's walk away from Dugan's Hole.
Okay.
Okay.
That makes sense.
We'll ask, before we say goodbye to her, can we just kind of ask her for general direction to the lodge?
I'm sure the wolves left tracks.
I'm sure they did too, but the way it snows out here, they could get covered up any minute.
She could point a general direction towards the lodge, sure.
Yeah.
Or
with the direction of the tracks, Kikri can find the way there.
all right.
Sure. All right. Are you going to speak to her about the cauldron?
Well, not mistake then.
Not yet.
No, you're going to take it with you to the lodge?
It's at this point, since the lodge is not in. I thought the lodge was in town, and the people might be working with them.
Oh.
That's what my fear was. But the lodge isn't in town, so the people aren't working with giants, or enslaved by giants. Their town has been assailed by winter wolves on the outskirts, and a giant in a lodge that is sort of bossing them around.
Mm-hmm.
And how long did we traveled, 6 hours to get here?
4.
4? So we're probably hungry anyway.
Possibly, yeah.
They don't have, I doubt they have like an inn. They don't have food to feed themselves.
No, but they have this really nice house, and we could throw a badu for everybody.
Yeah.
We put the pot of stew on, and then we can warm up and eat before we leave.
Maybe they got a guy with some like homemade instrument, and we can get some haystacks together and have ourselves a barn dance.
Well, I said badu. I think I mean bagu. Bagu is what they call it.
A burgoo?
Bagu, yeah, big old stew party.
Burgoo.
Excuse you, little piglet.
I'm not from here. You guys know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's the only reason when you said bagu, I'm like, wait, no, we said about a burgoo.
Burgoo. Yes.
And nobody eats it that lives around here. It's all the people that come down from somewhere else.
Yeah, I've never
because
eat
we
that.
Know what we do to it.
Yep, you know what the locals do to it. Oh, yeah. Okay.
I did eat it once. It was disgusting.
All right. So, that building that's on the dock there that you guys can see, it's kind of like it's not a lodge so much as it's just a gathering hall. So, yeah, you could probably have her go in there and you guys could set up the cauldron in there if you wanted to.
Okay, we'll tell her.
Show her how it works, and that way we'll get dinner out of this too, and we'll be warm for a while.
Okay.
Before we set out.
All right, and it.
Logical.
So you can actually feed all the townsfolks with one thing of the cauldron, which is cool. One filling, so it can do breakfast, lunch, and dinner for everybody in town. They'll get sick of stew eventually, but hey.
Mel, I need to take a break.
They might get sick of stew, but they'll get less sick of starvation.
True. All right. So I guess Beans needs to take a 5-minute restroom break. So we'll be back in 5 minutes, guys.
Okay.
Okay. Hi, Nels. Thank you. Come on.
Here. Okay. Can't. Where it was when I got here.
Girl. Fresh.